happy to be here today with all of you for this session of She Leads. And normally I start with the reason why BP created this very interesting and deep conversations with great leaders. And I say that the story is behind. And being a consultant, normally we work with great leaders in very difficult moments. And what we discover from at least the last 13 years, we are working with great companies and great leaders, is that normally a great leader is really different from books that you can study on leadership. And if we look at leaders, and today we have one of them that I really love, I would say that I particularly love, Tiziana Mele, are people able to turn on different situations, difficult situations, with a very tough moment like this one, but are able to change and turn on in a very positive situation and let everyone win. This is really peculiar of our leaders. The leaders that we are inviting are leaders like that. Is by chance that at the moment are just women. I would like to invite also men, but this is the reason why we invited them. And particularly I said that I really love Tiziana because she's a leader able to observe reality, to observe the need of the industry, and first of all is able to observe the needs of everyone, people that are working with her clients, her customers, patients. So she's really able to have a very special relationship with each of them. And for this reason, I invited her to be part of this very deep and inspiring conversation. So thank you, Tiziana, for joining.
Thank you, Maria Rosaria, and thank you to everybody that's joined this 1 hour.
And how we will work today. First of all, I would like to say some words about you. Mm-hmm. And then I would like to share with you some questions. And after my questions, I will open the dialogue with everyone so everyone can ask their personal questions to you. Why I love you so much, Tiziana? The first time that I met you, and I have to say thank you to Raffaella that I see here. Ciao, Raffa. Has been quite 1 hour, 1 year and a half ago. Could be a little bit more. And has been for me very touching to see your force, your energy to be really consistent. So you are looking every time to be really consistent for everything. And especially starting from your story, you tell me about yourself, about the choices you took during your experience. And this has been something that touched me a lot. And the reason why I love you is because being in a leading position, you never look at power. But you are really looking at serving your people, serving your customers in a very innovative way. So this is the reason why I love you. You are not you are a very powerful leader, but not looking for power. This is the reason why I really love you. So, my dears, could you introduce you a little bit more? So, telling us more about you and your personal story. And then I would like to ask you my questions.
Okay, I will do, but before starting, I have to confirm that I also love you, and it was an amazing experience starting working with you, Maria Rosaria. And I have to thank also Patrizia. I don't know if Patrizia joined this call or not, because the link between Raffaella and you was made by Patrizia Fabbricatore. And she was very, very right when she said you have to work with Maria Rosaria. So what about me, just a few words. I am Calabrese, 41 years old. I am a leader, but I am a mother. Gregorio, my 5-year-old son, It's the only one, because the one it's too enough for me to manage together with my working, with my all the business. But I am happy having one son that loves me, and I love Gregorio a lot. I joined Lundbeck, that is a pharmaceutical company completely focused on brain health 6 years ago. I will turn 6 years at the 1st of December this year. And it was a fantastic journey, because I started as marketing manager. I was pregnant at the time, 5 months pregnant, but for Lundbeck it was not a problem, my status, let me say. And in 3 years, I also was appointed managing director of this Danish, so specialized company. What else? I have a team, I have a management team in Lundbeck that is composed by 85% by females. So I'm working with my HR to also introduce some diversity in the opposite way. And I really love the purpose of my company, the purpose that together with my team I am living.
Great.
Thank you so much. And then I would like to start with my first question about you and a white horse running. This image is quite your image, so it's really able to say more about yourself. Can you tell us more about this horse running, Tiziana?
Yes, this is the Tiziana white horse running, very famous in Lundbeck Italia. Let me just mention when and why this horse was born. It was April this year, before Easter, and I was in front of virtually in front of my people, 121 people, having this virtual town hall. And in that town hall was palpable for me the level of uncertainties, the level of worries, the level of managing something that was completely unexpected and unknown. And I said to me, Tiziana, you have to manage it. You have to find a way to reassure your people. And I said, come on, guys, I have a clear picture in front of me. And I am not crazy, but in front of me, there is a fantastic, a powerful, a pure white horse that is running. And I strongly believe that in front of this white horse, we have only two choices. We can just stay firm and look back sadly, or we can also jump, take the reins, and see where this white horse can take us. I have decided to jump on these horses. Come on, let's do it together. And I remember that they were shocked and said, Tiziana, are you sane? And I said, yes. Then I will follow up with my psychiatrist. Don't worry. But I think that the only way in which we can manage this situation that is uncertainties, that no one has the magic recipe to manage this situation. We need to be open. We need to embrace the change. And maybe we will remember this experience as a learning experience. We can improve our way of working. We can discover something more, something different, and maybe something that is better than before. They were shocked during this call, and after the call, I received a lot of texts and a lot of pictures of these horses, and but to be frank, I also have a call with one of our customers, because Lundbeck is working with psychiatry and neurology, and I say, oh my God, I don't know what I have done, but in front of 122 people, I've discussed about a fantastic white horse running. And Sergio De Filippis, that you met, Maria Rosaria, because he was with us last year in November, he told me, Tiziana, you are okay. You are just finding a way to manage something that is a negative force with some picture that is a positive one, that is pure, that is strength. And this is your way to cope with the uncertainties. So this is the story of the white running horse.
Thank you so much for this great story, because being able to find the image, to find a positive impact on negative time is exactly what I was speaking about at the beginning. And you are able to do that just because you are feeling that. And you are feeling that is something that could help everyone. I would like to have a second question for you. And this is connected with what I saw about you from the beginning. Coherence, consistency, and transparency, I would say that are your mark. These are the levers that you are using as a person, as a leader, and you are using also that to change healthcare. Why these levers do you think are really the key points to change healthcare?
Yeah, thank you for these questions, Maria Rosaria, because gave me the opportunity to be back on my also my personal story. And I think that at the end, we are the result of the education that we got. I am from a little village in Calabria. And when I was 18, I decided to move to Milano to attend Bocconi University. I have struggled a lot with my father, because he didn't want a little girl moving from Calabria to Milano, to the big city of Milano. He was the technician in telecom, and he said, Tiziana, I cannot pay for your university. Bocconi is too expensive. And I said to him, don't worry, I will take care of this. Give me the opportunity to move to Milano, and I will find a way. And maybe it was a fair competition, or a fair, let me say, bet with my father. And I joined. I started in Bocconi University with a scholarship, and each year I obtained the scholarship, and I graduated 6 months earlier than planned. For me, it was a way to be coherent with one of the promise that I did to my father, and but also coherent with myself and to myself. For me, coherence, consistency, and transparency means that people are looking at how we are leading. We are an example. I am an example for my people. I know they are looking at me since from the morning until the evening when I am in the office, but also now in the web call. It means that I cannot act in a different way in which I'm speaking, in which I am talking with them. And as you said at the beginning, Maria Rosaria, this is not the leader where you can find in a book. If I compare myself with what I have studied at the Bocconi University, this is not the leader that I studied in the books, but this is how I am and how I'm leading the company and my people. And I am happy being very firm with my values, very firm with my way of thinking, and never having compromise. I know that in my position, it's strong what I'm saying, but I cannot make compromise. If you ask me to do something that is not in line with my values, I cannot. And I cannot wear a mask. You know me now, it's 1 year and a half that you met me, and you know that I am not able to wear a mask, to act, to play a role. This is, I am happy with my genuinity, with my identity, and with my transparency.
Thank you so much. And I think that in the complexity of healthcare, and we can see particularly now, it is a so difficult time of COVID, that it is consistency is a key point also to change, to improve healthcare. Because if we think about complexity and to manage it, just managing in a powerful, better, in a political way, everyone can be overwhelmed and can really lose their possibility to make something new, fresh, and useful for everyone. So I would like to ask you the last question that I have for you. And this is about, again, going back to the healthcare system. Being in this way, this amazing white horse running and so consistent with your value. And I can say to everyone that is very, very consistent with her value. And at the same time, how you will manage to change the healthcare system in a practical way? Tell us more about that.
Okay, and again, Maria Rosaria, I will handle these questions. Be back on the reason why I decided to leave Calabria to be in Milano to attend Bocconi University. Many of you, maybe the Italians ones, are reading news regarding the situation of healthcare in Calabria. It's terrible situation nowadays. And when I decided to leave my little village was because I was looking for a very specific course that was focused on healthcare, that was focused on public administration, because I wanted to have the opportunity to learn and to have the skills and competencies to be back to Calabria. I was a dreamer, and I am a dreamer today also. To have the opportunity to improve my home country, to have the opportunity to work for my region. Soon I discovered after university that it was quite impossible to be back in Calabria, without compromise. So I say, okay, come on, Tiziana, okay, you have done great. You have now the competencies, not 100% competent, but for sure, you have learned a lot from a university with a specific focus on healthcare. But I needed to balance at that time with the level of compromise. And I think that if we wanted to change healthcare, to improve healthcare, first of all, awareness is the first thing that we need, skills and competencies, and collaboration. And when I think and I mention collaboration is within the pharmaceutical company, but within all the stakeholders working in healthcare sector. Pharma is one, Lundbeck is one of the players. Pharma companies are one of the players. We needed to work all together, but it's clear to have a common goal. If we are able to find a common goal, you know, Maria Rosaria, I strongly believe that with a common goal, you can achieve. If you have people working for a common goal, there is no hurdles, there are no barriers. So for me, it's very, very, very important. And one of the ideal that I have is also trying to work with a different pharmaceutical company, putting together different competencies and skills in order, for example, to really improve the brain health. Lundbeck is just one. We cannot do alone, but the power that we can achieve working together. Of course, the driver is not the profit. The driver is making a difference for people suffering from brain disorders. This is my ideal. But I think that these are the magic ingredients that we may need in order to change things.
I love what you are saying, because I think that for what I see, you are not alone, sorry, but I see just now a friend that is joining, and is a great friend from Russia. So it's Marina Veldanova, and she knows I'm crying, but sorry, it's just 1 second. So, Tiziana, I strongly believe that what you are saying, your position, you are not alone. So say in a strong way that you need the skills, the competencies, and collaboration to really change healthcare, and particularly for your sector, working together with other pharmaceutical companies and also with other stakeholders, could be the only way to make a step further for our healthcare system. But again, I don't think that is just an ideal that you can do something but you can do it. because just to say it again and carry on with your strength, your consistency, I'm I'm sure that you will meet other companies and other people like you that wanted to make this step further. At this point, I really would like to open the dialogue and leave the space to everyone to ask more to Tiziana about how to change themselves. Please, let's go.
Who want to start?
Who want to start? Don't be shy.
Maybe.
Let's go, Ilaria.
Yes. So thank you for this first dialogue and for your introduction. I would like to, I was curious about the White Horse story and your discussion around embracing change and discovering something new in a period of great uncertainty. Can you provide us with some example?
Absolutely, tons of examples. Thank you for the questions, because of course we have completely changed and adapted and evolved our way of working. And as an affiliate, Lundbeck Italy was within Lundbeck Global, one of the first affiliates that with the right mood started, for example, changing the way in which the field force was working. As you know, 90% of our full-time equivalent spent at the time on the field. They have completely changed the way in which they worked. But was maybe this was that happened was within the marketing team in Lundbeck. Marketing people have had completely to change, to adapt in a very short time and very, very quickly the marketing plan, because everything happened at the beginning of March. And at that time, our activities were the classical, the traditional one. The team speeded up and completely changed the way in which we were working. At the same time, also in the office, we changed our way of working. But to be honest, and to be frank, I know that maybe I am not in line with many of you that are attending this conversation. I don't like the smart working. I don't like working from home. And as soon as I could reopen the office in Milan, I did. It was the beginning of May this year, because when I realized was that during the lockdown, we have missed a lot in terms of creativity, in terms of the sense of the team, the team spirit. So I pushed my team to be back on the office, gently push to be back to the office, and to restart sharing together, creating together. I hope that I have answer to your questions, Ilaria.
Thank you, Tiziana. Thank you, Ilaria.
Tiziana, oh, sorry. Go, please.
Okay, then this is Mauro Leon. If I can make a question, Tiziana, you mentioned that one of the key ingredients for the succeed is the common goal for the team and the organization. How do you think is possible, or which are the important aspect to consider in order to be able to set a common goal in a medium big organization?
Thank you for your questions, also because it's not so easy to find people that can embrace a common goal. And of course, I think that it's something that is, when you work a lot on this topic, you can easily touch. And this was clear also within my team, and Maria Rosaria can confirm. When she met us as a team, I'm just referring to the first line. So my first line is tangible, that everything we do and the driver of each of us is the same. And this is a powerful, a powerful force. If there is a common goal that is linking the member of the team, nothing can disturb you, because you fight for that common goal, and it's amazing. Of course, you have to find people that have a common goal, that are not working for themselves, but for the company and for the in-depth purpose of that company. It seems to be so ideal, but I can confirm that it's not an ideal, because I have touched this with my hands and with my heart also.
If I can add something, looking at what are the question about the common goal, how to set up this level of common goal in a huge organization, I would say that the story of Tiziana is super interesting, because she's sharing a lot about herself. So more you are able to share your goal, not just as figures, you know, but the story behind the goal, why you wanted to reach this goal. More you are able to share yourself, more other people seeing and are joining this goal, also in an emotional level. This is something that I really observed in the team of Tiziana. Raffaella, Sheila, and Carmen, Maria Elena, so everyone is there. They can share this approach that they have, sharing more about themselves to sharing the story to reach this goal. This is something that I really observed just looking at them. I don't know if it could be used.
Of course, in a team like this, it's not very easy to stay, because it's clear if someone is just acting or is just following a different goal. Yeah, it's not so easy to stay in a team like this.
No. I would like to ask the question that Marina Veldanova is writing down. So she said in the chat, you can look at the chat.
Okay. Great.
You mentioned the excited point of collaboration between pharma and healthcare as key stakeholders for the system development. But pharma often has a negative image, just a profit-seeking industry. Do you believe we can improve it, and how? Thank you, Marina.
Thank you, Marina, and a big kiss to you, Marina. Thank you for the questions. Why is a key success factor? I strongly believe in collaboration, and I strongly believe that only putting together also different competencies, different skills we can achieve. Before I mentioned that I have an ideal, having different companies working with different competencies, for example, for brain health. Let's think to the Alzheimer, for example. I think that with the awareness we can, because I'm quite sure that we are all aware that alone we cannot achieve a big goal. Only working together. And I know that we need to have a common goal. And this common goal, at least for me, it's not a profit. The common goal is the impact that we can have on the people on the lives of people living with brain health disorder. This is what drives me every day. Even if at the end you can say, Marina, you are responsible for the P&L of the company. Yes, it's true. But the main driver is not to see 10% versus budget, is to be aware of the impact that my people are having on the lives of millions of people suffering from brain health. Am I alone? I think no. I am not alone having this dream, but I have to find a lot of mates that can embrace this journey with me and try to change things. So Marina, if you can, we can work together.
From Russia. Let's give other questions, please. I would like to ask to take the stage. Raffaella, please.
Okay, ciao, good evening to everyone. So thanks, I can say that it's true, that all things that you have said about Tiziana are true. She's very open, coherent, and thanks for being like this. My question is, which kind of challenges you can see for us in the next month, years, not only as leaders in your team, so colleagues on your team, and in general as leaders in this difficult moment for us.
Thank you, Raffaella. We have discussed sometimes regarding what about the future in these uncertain times. I think that the main challenge is the uncertainty, because now we need to plan day by day. And you know, Raffaella, that I don't like to plan day by day. I love planning, but what I have learned is to make a plan and to revisit the plan very often, very often. And another thing that I learned, and I think that we as a managing and as a leader, we need to learn, is also to learn to make mistakes and to learn from mistakes. And you know how it's hard for me to mention this, because I was a perfectionist. But what I during this period, I am also enjoying the attitude to do things, to experiment new things, to fail, but also always to learn from failures. And this is, I think that this will be the challenge, because we need to be open to test, to try, to experiment, and to have this approach to learn. Continuous learning will be key.
Thank you so much, Raffaella. Please, other questions?
I would like to make a question.
Please, let's go.
Yes, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Ciao, Barbara.
Hi, Tiziana. Hi. The people who are working with you are also researcher, or are more on marketing and sales and?
I have a medical, both, if I can say both, because my medical director started in the research field. She worked in the US for many years, and now she's responsible for medical and regulatory affairs. My sales director was a rep, started as a rep. My marketing director was an analyst, was a business analyst, and now she's marketing. Raffaella worked in IT, it's my HR. So it's complete, it's both. It's not only researchers, absolutely not.
It's interesting because there are people who can really have an impact for their origin also, no? For their
absolutely,
previous activities. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to ask Giovanna Labate. Ciao, Giovanna. Happy to see you here. So Giovanna is, she's as well, she's a managing director. And I would like that you take a little bit the stage to ask questions or your reflection on what
I was listening because it seems like a copycat of what Tiziana did in another company, exactly as what I did in my own company. I'm the managing director of Lundbeck Italia. We are, let's say, a little company in Italy, because compared to Lundbeck, we are we are little, and I was against my global. Because they said, oh wow, it's a mess everywhere and we have to close, we do not have any sales anymore. And I said, no, why? You have to think differently and you have to open your eyes, your mind. And we start immediately to change the way of working, and we decide to move in an hybrid business model. hybrid for all. I decide to close the office as it is because it's too big. And because I do not have any researcher, any plant, I'm just a commercial, let's say, a commercial sales and marketing organization in Italy. I don't need a big office to have a lot of meetings inside the office. We learned in this period that quick meeting driven by Teams or Zoom or other platform are more efficacious than the meeting in person. And so we decided to maintain forever this kind of approach when we have to teach something or just to have some sharing information, and to develop more time to socialize and to build or to empower the team in person. And we looking for having this kind of meeting again. So I didn't ask anything because I look in the mirror. It seems that I'm happy to meet you, even if for the first time in this meeting. But what you are doing is fantastic because even if it's not so easy, because the things that I prove on my skin was the different approach of all the people, and to try to embrace the change with all of them. And more, the biggest obstacle that I had, it was the mindset, the culture, to leave their comfort zone. Yeah. And this is something that I'm still struggling, because they lose, most of my team, even if they are really very brilliant, but they lose the, how can I say, the KPI that they were used to using since years. But now you have to change completely and to reinvent all the things. And so it's not an easy task, but it's possible to do as a team.
Yeah,
so,
and it's an amazing journey, because every day you can learn something new.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you,
are
Joanna.
perfectly right.
Thank you.
I told you, you're not alone, Tiziana. I'm happy that you can find new friends in this conversation.
Yeah. Since speaking, I was trying to contact her because because I want to discuss also in, let's say, in pharma industry, because sometimes I always receive strange messages. Oh, the sales rep are very important. Nobody are saying that their work are not important. They are really important, but they have to change and to adapt the classical, the traditional way of working.
It's a new way.
way.
It's a new way. So,
a new way.
When you want, we can discuss, Joanna.
Yes.
More than happy.
Yes.
I'm so happy to have created this space where you can meet each other and find friends that can help to carry on in this amazing running white horse space.
So one of the goals of Shiriz is to connect people and to create something new, to change really something together, creating new connection never tried before.
Exactly.
Great.
I would like to give the space also to some men that I found are very, very interesting.
Shy. They are shy.
They are shy. For example, Maurizio Gradassi. Let's go. Share with us your point and your feeling about what Tiziana said. Maurizio, are you with us? I saw you before.
Tom.
Oh, Tom, sorry, Tom. I didn't see you, sorry. Let's go.
Thank you. Hi, Tiziana. I just have a question, and perhaps also to Giovanna, I don't know, but you talk about change, and at the beginning you also highlighted, like with the white horse and things like that, it's a typical style that you bring into a team. Now, if you're already down the road quite a while with that change, What is different? How do you see the differences? How do you see your people developing differently or interestingly? Kind of like what do you see around you?
Of course, as I mentioned before, when I have tried to let my people to feel how I was feeling at the time in April with this fantastic pure with strength, the white horse, they were completely shocked, but not only they were also worried because they said, Tiziana, you are asking us to jump to something that is completely new, that is unknown. So the first reaction of the main people in the company was quite about worry. But at the end, working with my team and asking my team to help me just to spread out the message of taking the beauty of this change, the beauty of this uncertainty, I think that we succeed. Even if, of course, not 100% of people say, okay, fantastic, Tiziana is just saying to us that we need to change, that we have to change. But I am quite sure now, after 8 months, 9 months, that the biggest part of Lundbeck have embraced these changes because they have realized that is needed. Maybe it was just forced at the beginning, but now they have just embracing the change because it was needed. It was not an easy journey, Tom, to be honest. It was not an easy journey.
Thank you so much. Could I ask to Francisca, what is your point of view, Francisca, and what are your reflections on what are we discussing?
I'm thinking about whether you have an idea how far have you been when there was no COVID with your change, because you always need a kind of sense of urgency that the people are ready for change or at least try to change. And the second question I'm wondering is, do you think it's important that you are female, or because we have this she lead, so maybe because in the very beginning you said something about emotions and that you're sharing a lot of your personality. Do you think that's different when you're a female leader than a male leader?
Thank you. Very interesting questions. So thank you very much. The first one, before COVID-19, of course, I think that the sense of urgency can make the difference. What happened in few weeks for me were not possible to be imaged before the COVID-19. The level of speed, the level of creativity that we have done during the lockdown, the first lockdown was incredible. So I think that the sense of urgency helped us, at least. Also, I'm discussing also with myself. Tiziana is functioning so well in crisis, so well when there is something very, very urgent to do, to be managed. The second one, I don't think that being a woman makes a difference. Absolutely. Again, for me, it's about behavior, is about skills and competencies, not about gender. And to be honest, if I have to thank someone for my career pathway, all the people that I have to thank are men.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tiziana. It's a really interesting reflection. I have a question from the chat, and Domenico Mancini is asking to Tiziana. Now, with the COVID-19, many managers, entrepreneurs are depressed. What suggestion to entrepreneurs to overcome at this moment, Tiziana? What is your suggestion for them?
Thank you, Domenico. And Domenico is a great friend working for Fortune. And Domenico, you know that the level of effort that we put together for the World Mental Health Day on October the 10th. It's very, very important that with the crisis that all of us are living, there is the willingness to talk with the healthcare professional. We cannot manage depression alone. It's very, very important to refer to specialists, to GPs. We cannot, depression is a disease. It's not a state of the soul. It's a disease. And we are, as Lundbeck, we are strongly committed to fight stigma, because unfortunately, mental disorders are affected by huge amount of stigma.
And thank you for this important sentence, Tiziana. Depression can be not managed alone.
No.
It's a disease. We need help. We need to speak with people that can help us, can help someone that has a feel in this way. And this,
absolutely.
And also the stigma is, I agree with you, it's something that we cannot maintain. We have to go forward. We have to make a progress. I have another question from Marina, Tiziana, for you. He asked, please say 3 disruptive differences between GM, General Manager Profile, and Functional Manager Profile. Based on your experience, the 3 key challenges they have.
The 3 differences?
Yeah, so being between General Manager Profile and Functional Manager Profile.
Okay. I can try to being disruptive for a GM, because sometimes you know that in the functional manager you need to secure continuity, but sometimes what I'm doing is just challenging the status quo, because I know that then my people can do the continuity, but I try to change the cards and say, no, let's change, let's do it in a different way. And of course my team is not loving me when I act in this way, but every time I say, no, I'm not okay. And it's amazing, because but I can do. They need to be very, very firm on the activities, so I can change cards. First of all, so I think that disruptive idea has to be also on the table of general manager. Having a long-term vision. As a general manager, I am just looking at not only tomorrow, but in 2023. It's not tomorrow. I know that tomorrow will be tough. I know that today is tough, but I need to think about 2023, and my people have a look at the short, medium term. I'm thinking about functional leaders. I'm thinking on 5 years or more, and then to have an helicopter view. Functional manager are just, and it's okay. I was a marketing manager, so concentrated on my little piece of work. I need to have an helicopter view and to help my team to see where we can go together. I think that, Marina, this could be the 3 main differences. Thank you for asking.
Just to have a step forward again, we have the question from Laura Bruno. She's asking, to link to it, how general manager role is evolving in next years compared to your experience? So how general manager role is evolving, please.
Laura, to be honest, I think that when I look back to my career, I have never met a general manager like me that is so genuine, so transparent, and so approachable. So I think that the evolution is already here, is our present, because but I am lucky, because I work in a company where I can truly be who I am and how I am. And my CEO, during the first lockdown, called me and said, Tiziana, how are you? It's amazing. This is a special company. Lundbeck, I love Lundbeck. Lundbeck is a special company where people are taking care of you. It's not playing a role. It's not following a recipe. It's just being yourself. I think that this is just a different, an evolved way of general manager. Yeah.
And I want just to ask quickly, because you talk a lot about creativity, and creativity, so in my mind, is not so linked to a pharmaceutical company. You launched this program called People in Mind, which is based on art to help win the stigma for mental health. So I'm really interested in know how you use art and creativity in your also in your company with your people.
Yeah, thank you, Enrico. As you know, we mentioned it before how big is the stigma within mental health, and 2 years ago we decided to approach people suffering from mental health with an art competition, let me say, that is and People in Mind was born at that time. People in Mind was a contest that reached more than 800 pieces of art. It's amazing, it's incredible, and we have the celebration, the ceremony in the Danish embassy in Rome. Physically, was last year in December, the 3rd of December, and was a very important event for us, because also to reinforce not only our commitment on mental health, because I know that everybody knows that Lundbeck is so focused, but it was very, very important to raise the attention on mental health. Yeah.
Thank you. Now time is super running, so we want to conclude with your voice as we normally do. So please, Mariam.
Okay, now it's time for your voice. Now you will receive the link in the chat. Please click on it. And Enrico, next slide, please. So you will see these pages. In this page, please write down what was, in your opinion, the most inspiring words in the conversation with Tiziana Mele. Please try to choose just one word, type it in the box and send it. You have 2 minutes to answer. Are you ready? Let's go.
Are you typing?
Yeah.
Empathy. Wow. Just linking to the community.
Right.
Transparency, yes. Transparency, yes.
Impact. Personal experience too. Yeah. Personality for sure. Your personality is so strong. Vision, empathy again. Collaboration, enthusiasm, hope. I love this word. Hope. Yeah, consistency.
Approachable, yes.
Approachable.
Mistakes.
Mistakes.
Yeah, be learning from mistakes, and who work with me knows very, very well how tough it was for me to accept mistakes. But now I am enjoying
and
learning from mistakes.
Of course, the white horse.
Exactly, the white horse. Yes, so happy to have the white horse. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So I think so.
Share yourself also, emotions, genuine. Yeah. Yes, it's that is you. But
yeah, it's me.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's me. I would like that everyone can learn from you, because being a general manager in this way means be a leader, and means really inspiring others and help others to be themselves too, in a super responsible way. So I really love what are you sharing with us.
Okay, are arriving also other questions, but I think we don't have time to.
Just can we see the last one shortly?
Yeah.
Shortly before to go. Isabel froze. Thank you so much.
I think this is Elena.
Elena, do you think this is something that will be more and more present in companies in the future? By this, I mean, being vulnerable will be a skill. There will be a skill that will be more and more appreciated in companies who are recruiting. Thank you for the question, Helena.
Thank you, Elena. For me, it's being yourself. It's not being vulnerable, but means for me being yourself. This is something that I really take into consideration also when I'm recruiting my people or people working with me. And this is a key skill for me to be evaluated. Yeah.
Yes, this is nice because Elena is a very young leader, so we can share a lot together from young, more experienced people, but we are really learning together. Thank you, Tiziana, for your story. I appreciate your enthusiasm. The chat is super rich. Thank you, everyone. I'm very happy to have this amazing, I told you that it will be amazing conversation with Tiziana. Very deep and very authentic, as she is. And the last words are about the next step. So, my dears, is not closed. We have, I don't know, we have Marina with us. Marina, if you will feel good, if we will feel okay, we could have the next meeting with you. We were presenting in December, but we were waiting for you. If you are okay, we can have the next meeting in December too. Marina, what do you think? We go in December?
Yes, I hope everything will be fine enough to be again enthusiastic, inspiring, energetic, etc. I'm doing everything for solving some force majeure situation, and you know, I never give up.
Grande.
Great.
We know and we love you for that, my dears. So in December, the day of December is exactly, Marina, do you remember?
Yes, 10th of December in my agenda.
The 10th of December, we will be with Marina, and we don't say what happened to her, but she's a really strong leader.
Very strong.
Thank you so much. We love you so much, Marina. And we are really all with you. Thank you so much. The 10th of December, we will be with the super Marina after the super Tiziana.
Thank you so much.
All of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice
Bye.
day.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you again.
Ciao, grazie.
Ciao.